Shalom, shalom, shalom. We're back with another video. So before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechahakwadash, to the apostles and elder bishop of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the one third, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. We're here with a lesson I'm gonna call "In Jacob's Trouble, Even Your Family Will Be Your Enemy." And we're going to start with this article of The Law and Crime, posted 2 days ago by Conrad Hart. I would do it again. Woman gunned down her parents in their home and tried to kill her brother, then bragged about it afterward. A Utah woman accused of walking into her parents' home, shooting them dead, and trying to kill her brother has entered a plea deal in the chilling case. Maya Bailey, 29, has pled guilty, but mentally ill to 2 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of aggravated assault in the Washington County Attorney Office announced. She was originally charged with 10 felonies, including 2 counts of aggravated murder, aggravated attempted burglary, aggravated burglary. Washington County Attorney Jerry Yeager, the lead prosecutor in the case, has his office was pleased with Maya Bailey pleading guilty to the horrific murder. A look back on the June 18, 2024 incident illustrates why the case garners national attention. Joseph Bailey and Gail Bailey, 70 and 69, were at their home in Washington, Utah that evening when somebody walked in. That somebody was Maya Bailey. She aimed a gun at her mother, who was watching TV, and fired. As Law Crime Sidebar with Jesse Weber previously reported, the suspect proceeded to the master bedroom, where she shot her father. Both victims were shot multiple times in order to make sure they were dead. Maya later told authorities, per crime affidavit, "I would do it again. I hate them." She added with interview bragged about the circumstance of the case. I mean, if she's shooting her mother and father multiple times, I can believe that. Want no mercy kill. She made sure they suffer. Probably shot them in the leg, and or they shot them and kept entering a clip. Either way, man, that shows you, yeah, she was dead serious. Maya Bailey's brother and his wife were also at home at the time of the shooting. The brother reported being shot at too. He ran to the neighbor's home and managed to call for help, but by the time law enforcement arrived, the suspect was gone. There was an important note authorities wanted to make as they searched the suspect and warned a local resident. Maya Bailey, previously known as Colin Bailey, was undergoing a gender transition and would wear wigs and could look different from the description that they were given. And there you go. He was already mentally destroyed. I mean, if you want to get your meat cut off and get a meat hole, you already ain't dealing with a full dick to begin with. In July 2023, Maya Bailey filed for legal change of his name and gender. 5 days later, his brother filed a protective order against his brother's sister. Local CBS affiliate KUTV reporter Brian Schnee told Sidebar, Maya Bailey application was granted, the protective order was not. Yeah, we see that. But even with all this, those of us in the know understand that Maya Bailey putting his parents to death was all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And this will become a very, very common thing here in Jacob's Trouble, to where family will be against family. Brother against brother, sister against sister, everyone against everyone. Because the spirit that's going out through the world of lawlessness, of iniquity, has brought the people of the world to become cold, not only towards each other, but also towards their family. Which we're going to start there first. Matthew 24 and 12. Salakia. All right. This is the book of Matthew 24, verse 12. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we're seeing in this instant where the love for her parent had definitely turned her heart cold towards them. Cold enough to where she walks into the house, put multiple bullets inside their bodies, and then tried to do the same to his brother and his wife, which is show you that there was no more love in this man/woman thing, but only hatred. As you seen, they said he would do it again if he had a chance. That's how much hatred he had for his family, for his mother and father, was to put them to death. Now, before we're gonna go, we're gonna get that phrase wax cold. All right, Salakia. That kind of helped anyway. Matthew 24, go down to verse 12. Because we seen the coldness in that personality. We don't know what might have happened to led him hating his parents so much, but we do know it led to their abrupt end. All right, this is Strong G 5594. Psycho, and that's what we seen. This man went psycho and knocked off his parents. And we're just going to get the outline of biblical usage, the third definition, a metaphor of waning love. We can get to it. We can get number 2, to be made or to grow cool or cold. I mean, the love he had for his family grew cold. That waning, meaning decrease. Matter of fact, let's get the word waning, just for those who think I'm just making up things. Waning of the moon, we get the second one. Especially of a condition or feeling to decrease in vigor, power, extent, to become weaker. Yeah. That waning love for his family. That's why he ended up putting them to death. And that was a warning here in Matthew 24 that during this time, that because the lawlessness, which is what iniquity is a lawless state. Because of that lawlessness, the love of many shall wax cold, meaning it shall wax cycles. It shall wax less. And you got to be psychos. You got to be cold-hearted to walk in and put multiple bullets inside your parents, then go after your own brother. But like I said, this was already forewarned, which we're going to go to Matthew 10, starting at 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. And that's what he tried to do. Deliver his own brother up to death. And the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parent and cause them to be put to death. And that's what happened. He rose up against his parents, put them to death, then try to put his brother to death. Why? Because that love had waxed cold. He went psychos. He decreased in affection for his family and really just wanted to put them down. And we're going to skip down to 10 and 34. Think not that I have come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but the sword. And because of this site, this would be in red letter. Yahushua, who the word English called JC, said he ain't come to send peace, but the sword. And we seen in the article that man, Maya Bailey, using the modern day sword, which is the gun, put his parents to death and tried to put his brother to death. For I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And we watched as those spirits was put on this man who tried to become a woman to be at variance against his father and mother and his brother by trying to put them to death. We're putting 2 of them to death. Salaki. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. And we've seen that he turned the people of his family into his foes by putting them to death. And this is going to happen more and more as Jacob's trouble intensifies, where people would put their own family members to death for their own personal reason. then for their own survival. Why? Because we're in this world, Salaki, is in a lawless state to where it's so lawless, no one has love for each other, even family members. And the Lord said he would do this to the modern day Egyptians. Here in Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And we're seeing that. And we're going to that word brother, which means also mean not only just family members, not only just your blood brother, but your half brother and all your relatives. Yahweh Bashim Hawashai is putting family against family. That means it won't be safe out here once Jacob trouble fully kicks in. What you think gonna happen once all the food is going on and the famines kick in and there's barely anything to eat or any shelter? What you think family gonna do then? What you think when you only got enough for you and your family, but your brother or your sister come over asking for help because they need food for their family, and you got to turn them down? You think they just gonna walk away with their hands behind their back kicking rocks down the street? No. They're going to come in and take it. Not just your neighbor, but also your own family, man. We're going to end it out there because Yahweh Bashim Hawashai is putting that spirit out there to where this is going to happen. Salaki. Go down to the full chapter. Here we go. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon it. Let's see. We'll start at 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. But you can also go into that word neighbor, meaning your tribesmen, basically your family. So not just people who you live next to, but also your family. But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So right now, with all this stuff going on, with family at each other's throat, and it's bad, but think about how worse it's going to be once those famine kick in, once those goods are lacking, once nobody really have a way to eat normally like they do now. Think about the war between family members that's going to go on. That's the time we're heading into, to where great sorrow and great death, not only from neighbors and strangers, but also family against family. But that's all I had to say on that. I hope this video is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim and Hawashai and Shalom.